In today's video, we install a new CV axle on a 2010 Chrysler 300C. First, jack up the vehicle, get a jack stand underneath it, and remove the wheel. Air tools would be best for this. Basic electric or even a 4-way will work just fine. Alright, we're going to remove the wheel. With the wheel off, our next step is going to be removing the brake system. With an 18mm, we're going to remove this bolt and this bolt below it. Well, these Harbor Freight extend handles are amazing. Helps get you that little bit of, just a little bit more leverage. Make sure you use penetrating oil to help out with some of these bolts. Use a bungee cord, a rope, and tie your brake system up out of the way. So when removing your brake system, I've got it tied to the control arm. Careful, cautious with your rotor. When the rotor's off, go ahead and remove and set to the side. Keep in mind when you are hanging up your brake system, do your best to not kink your brake hose. Using a 32 axle nut socket, let's get that axle nut off. Using a rubber mallet, let's make sure that the axle is free. It is. Using a 22mm socket, we're going to get off this bolt. If you do not have two sockets, a wrench or an adjustable should work just fine. Using a floor jack, we're going to put a little upward pressure on the suspension so that we may loosen up this bolt and get it out. It was actually easier to get it out without any pressure. We're going to want to remove this bolt with an 18mm socket. Alright, now that we got the bolt off the upper control arm, we're going to thread it on a couple threads. We're going to let our pressure off the jack so it leaves us a little room to drop. We're going to lift our control arm, and then you want to hit the mass of the upper control arm so that it will drop. Nice. So now we're going to hold that up a little. Alright, we're going to put our punch on the axle, make sure it's as far as it's going to want to go. Ooh, make sure you undo. Be very careful not to hurt that. Looks like we're a little cut up right on the end of the axle. There it goes. There it goes. Alright. And we're out. Ooh. The end of this is about to... Oh wow. That's how far we were from a breakdown on the side of the road. Alright, we're out of there. Okay, so now where it is in the transmission, clearing the back, we're going to get a crowbar in behind that the best we can, and we're going to pry on it, maybe hit it with a hammer a little bit, see if we can get it to release from out of the transmission. So to get this out, I had to crawl all the way under the car, get a pry bar on the back, and hit it with the sledgehammer. Might need a few more whacks. There it is. So we had a fail in here. It pulled right out of the joint. This is our main fail. This is what I've been hearing clanking around while I was driving. See the top, there's like fingers in there. And they're like literally missing. And I knew this was a problem for about 3-4 weeks, and I pushed it off. So let this be a lesson. Do not push off problems like this. It can go bad very quick. All right, We have not broke anything. Everything looks fairly good other than being a little dirty. So what we do now is just we reverse the process and put everything back on. This is the new one. Looks very nice. Let's get it put back on. All right, so this is just going to be a reverse of everything we just did. So we want to line up. Alright, so before you slide it in, make sure your C-clip opening is at the top. We're going to slide the strut bar over, lift it into place. If you have trouble getting it past that C-clip with the nut on, you can give it some wax here on the end. So now that we got that in, seated, we got it in there, we're going to pull off the end nut, set it to the side, and we're going to maneuver it back into its home. Very nice. Okay, now we want to line up the hub with the splines. Be very careful of your speed sensor. There we go. And we are seated. Okay, so now we're going to get the top back hooked up. Make sure everything's out of the way. Make sure this is able to go back where it's supposed to be. We're going to use the jack. We're going to lift it back up and reinstall the nut. Alright, be careful when you do that. We're going to reinstall the 18mm nut. We're going to tighten that down loosely. Alright, we got that started with a couple threads. We're going to let it down. Alright, we got our strut bolt installed. We're going to put the nut on the other side. Alright, at this point you can pull all the safeties away, get the jack out of the way. This one needs to be seated a little more, so we're going to use a rubber mallet, get it seated all the way. Snug. We're going to put the axle nut on. We want to snug the axle nut up. For this top bolt, you're going to need a crowbar to push down. You're going to need a wobble extension so that you can reach the bolt. Now run that in. And you'll make sure that this is jacked up to around about right height. And then we're going to torque this bolt to 35 foot-pounds at right height. We're going to tighten this nut to 45 foot-pounds, making sure that the bolt does not spin on the other side. Now we can lower our suspension and put our brakes back on. We're going to reinstall the rotor. Make sure you clean any contaminants that you let get on there. Make sure you reattach the ABS wire back in its holder. You're going to want to install a couple lug nuts on to protect the threads. And set up your pry bar and keep it from spinning. And then we are going to torque this to 157 foot-pounds. Click, click. Alright. I'm going to put your wheel back on and reinstall your lug nuts. If you want to torque your lug nuts, that's going to be 110 foot-pound. But that's going to about wrap it up. Anytime you do work in the front, you mess with the suspension, anything in the front end, it's a good idea to take it down and have an alignment done. just to be sure everything is the way it needs to be. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment. If you have another job, another vehicle that you want to see a job done, let us know in the comment.